Dear students, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. This is Arfat Mujib from FEI Higher Secondary Nowdown. And today I am with lecture second of Biology 9th class, and chapter is Natural Resources, and today topic is soil profile. And soil profile leads to the formation of soil in a particular region, and in different regions the soil profile, it is also known as the soil index of a particular region, and its composition varies depends upon the soil texture of that region where the soil formation takes place. Here I am with a general soil profile of a particular region, so that we can discuss in this. Soil has many layers. It comes in different strata, and different strata, in a different strata there is different physical and chemical variation. And I before told you that the soil formation takes place by the weathering of parent rocks, and leads to the formation of soil takes a much more time in its formation. The process of forming soil is known as pedogenesis. Is a process where soil is formed, and it is not to say that only the soil formation take place, then it is maturation, that means which leads to fertility in the soil. It is much more important to know that that soil should be also fertile in nature. Then the fertile soil, it is a biotic interaction. It is the biotic interaction in that region which contributes to the addition of organic manure, addition of organic nutrient to that soil, so that it could make a fertile in nature. Is the biotic interaction, biotic component of an environment. It is interaction towards that leads to the maturation of soil that later on. It is a very slow process. So here I am with the soil profile. Here it is a diagram of a soil profile. I would like to show you that how we define, first of all, how we define soil profile. It is a sequential arrangement of horizontal layers, that we study in a vertical portion is known as the soil profile. Soil profile, and in a soil profile there are different horizontal layers. You can see in this diagram different horizontal layers, and I have shown in this diagram with the help of a diagram. I have sketched in a different way, different strata in a diagram way has a variation here. It means here that different horizontal layers in a sequential arrangement, then we study it in a vertical form, is known as a soil profile. Also I told you that it is sometimes known as soil index of that region, where it is a scientific study of soil. What is the index, what type of vegetation can be take place, what type of biotic there could be. It depends on the soil index of that region, that what type of vegetation cover, what type of biotic community can be survived. It is depend upon the soil index. The study of soil index is very important before we cultivate anything, before we have any scientific need of soil. There is, here we can see this horizontal arrangement of the sequential horizontal arrangement of the soil, and we then study it in a vertically, then this is known as soil profile. And what is the horizon? Horizon means if we study a particular horizontal layer which varies in which has a variation in physical and which has a variation in chemical composition, and it is known as the horizon. Let us we start it by the top. Here is the soil profile. Here it is the O horizon. O horizon यहाँ पे मैंने दिखा, यहाँ पे O horizon. It consists of O1 and O2 horizontal layers, and the combination of O1 and O2 is collectively known as the O horizon. Sometimes it is also known as the organic horizon. In this horizontal layers of in a soil profile has a much more presence of the organic matter. Those organic matter here I have shown in a diagram. O1 horizon जो है, it is composed of undecomposed organic matter, the organic matter which is not yet decomposed by microorganisms. That means undecomposed, that means undecomposed leaf part, branch part, seed part, and dead insect parts yet or not decomposed by the decomposers. They are still undecomposed. They just form some spongy layer on spongy and superficial layer superficial layer and the topmost layer undecomposed organic matter. Then is the O2 in a O horizon. There is the O2 horizontal layer in a soil profile. It represents the decomposed organic matter. Now in this layer I believe that in this layer, in this horizon, there is a contribution of the decomposers. There is a contribution of worms. There is a contribution of the bacteria, fungus, other we can say detritus organisms, which could lead to the decomposition of the undecomposed organic matter. This undecomposed organic matter then is dumped. It goes below and below. Then it converts automatically. It gives the formation of O2. Actually, the O1 horizontal, O1 undecomposed organic matter with time is buried deep, and it gives the formation of O2 horizon there of the O horizon, that it represents the decomposed organic matter. This decomposed organic matter is commonly known as the humus. Humus is here it can be fully decomposed organic matter, O2 horizon layer. This can be decomposed organic matter or partially decomposed organic matter. Contribution is of by decomposers. They reside in this layer and help in decomposition of the matter. इससे पहले जो undecomposed matter है अभी dump हुआ है, dump होने के बाद now they start to decompose, and this forms the underneath layer, that is the O2 layer. That O1 and O2 is collectively known as the horizontal O horizon, and it contains the organic matter, nutrient rich matter layer. It serves the nutrients to the plant growth, to the plant development. You can see that I have shown in the diagram that plant A here and plant B, and this is plant C. I have shown the diagram how their formation, how they did the growth in a horizontal layer. There is a small sized plant leaves grows on the superficial layer of this organic matter layer, and it is believed that roots can be reached to here, and some roots can be reached here. And we can say this plant C and its root, you can observe that almost it have occupied the O horizon as well as the A horizon, that इसका root पहुंचा है. A horizon and O horizon and A horizon collectively they support the plant growth. They support its root system to take the nourishment, to take the nutrients which are available in both the layers. They are the fertile in nature. They give us the value to the this whole of the soil. Nutrient value, as per the nutrient value is concerned, both the layers contribute the nutrients to the plant growth and development. Now we will move beyond of this O1 and O2 horizon. That is the O horizon. मैंने बताया कि इसको कहते हैं ऑर्गेनिक लेयर, ऑर्गेनिक रिच लेयर है ये. That is the A horizon. A horizon is composed of A1 and A2. There is also A3 horizon. There are certain sub layers of A horizon. I have shown only A1 and A2 horizon. A1 is horizon. Actually, it is a derivation of the O2 horizon. Therefore, it is dark in color due to the addition of humus. The process of humidification takes place in the A1 horizon, which gives the dark coloration to the A1 horizon of A horizon. Dark coloration is dark colored and organic rich layer, and it is dark in color, organic rich layer. Humus is much more added in this A1 horizon as compared to A2. Also a part of the A horizon, it is slightly lighter in color and also supports the plant life. A2 also lighter in color. Also a nutrients, minerals are available in both A1 and A2. असल में क्या है, decomposition, proper decomposition takes place in the O2 horizon that leads to free nutrient, free minerals, and those minerals leads to the accumulation of the A1 and A2 layers. यहाँ से कुछ minerals free होते हैं, कुछ insoluble होंगे, कुछ soluble minerals होंगे, क्योंकि अब जब organic decomposition होती है, कुछ organic components निकलते हैं, कुछ inorganic components निकलते हैं. Some inorganic components are soluble in water. जब भी those free minerals in A2 horizon and A1 horizon goes to the A2 horizon and they start to accumulate here A1 and A2. So this A1 and A2 horizon is known as the याद रखिए इसको, it is known as the zone of elevation. याद रखिए इस word को, zone of elevation, ELLUVRATION. Zone of elevation collectively is of A horizon. Zone of elevation, because the minerals available here, soluble minerals available here, they reach down to the B horizon and start to accumulate here. They start to accumulate here, they start to store here. They are removed by the A horizon, those minerals which could be available to the plant growth, and minerals unfortunately remains unavailable to the plant growth, to the plant roots, because when there is a low water table, water table is low and there is heavy rainfall, then the minerals which are available in A horizon, as we can see that they are reaching down, they percolate deep and they start to accumulate in B horizon, as I can see the sodium, as the calcium, as the magnesium like minerals start to reach down, seepage होती है, and they start to accumulate in the B horizon, and B horizon start to accumulate those minerals. Therefore, sometimes A horizon remain deficient of the minerals because of the heavy supply, or because of the much more supply of the water to the plant. Therefore, it is often advised to the farmers during the irrigation practice that you should not make the much more available of water to the plants. Therefore, some minerals, soluble minerals, are washing down to the deep layers of the soil, which remains then unavailable to the plant growth, to the crops to take that. So therefore, phosphorus like mineral, nitrogen like mineral, they leach down. Calcium like mineral leach down deep. Manganese like, aluminum like minerals, they start to reach down and start to accumulate in the B horizon. When there is a leaching down, yaad rakhiye is point ko, when there is a leaching down of minerals, soluble minerals by A horizon, there is a process known as elevation. Then this A horizon is a characteristic property of the A horizon. Then there starts leaching down of some soluble minerals and start accumulation the B horizon, which remains then unavailable to the plant or to the crops. आप देखिए डायग्राम में भी यहाँ प्लांट रूट यहीं तक है. मैंने बताया खाली प्लांट का जो रूट वो कम से कम वो A horizon तक जा सकता है. Then there is no chance to have a root in the B horizon because this is the hardest and cemented layer, and this becomes very tough to the plant root to penetrate in this layer. And although this layer B horizon is much more mineralized layer, it is a mineralizer layer. It is also a mineral containing horizon. It is a much more mineral containing horizon. Therefore, they are sometimes these are the mineral. This is the topmost mineral layer. This is the second mineral layer. Much more minerals are available in this. अभी मैंने बताया. This is known as the A horizon. Is known as the zone of elevation. There is a leaching down of some soluble minerals leaching down of some soluble minerals from the A horizon. Therefore, it is known as the zone of elevation. It is a characteristic property of the A horizon. It takes place. This leaching down of minerals takes place in some cases that when the water table is very deep and then there is a heavy rainfall, then there is a much more surface water available than that water. That surface water percolation takes place and wash down the minerals available in A horizon and start accumulating the B horizon. B horizon is a mineralized layer, mineral containing layer rich in the minerals. Therefore, this is B horizon is known as when they start accumulation of minerals in B horizon. Therefore, it is known as this character, this property. It is known as the zone of elevation. What is the zone of elevation? It takes place in the B horizon when there start accumulation of minerals. Then therefore I told you that there is a rich availability of minerals, salt particles in the B horizon, and because of the available of minerals in the B horizon, this layer automatically becomes cemented, hardest, tough, and there is no chance of plant root to penetrate this and take that available nutrients or minerals that is locked out in a B horizon. Therefore, here the starting of accumulation of minerals in the B horizon is known as the zone of elevation. ILLUVIATION, zone of elevation. This is known as zone of elevation. Now we move ahead. That is the C horizon. C horizon here is it contains the weathered rocks here. Weathered rocks. That its derivation takes place by this D horizon. D horizon is the derivation horizontal layer of the C horizon. असल में ये इसी से derive होता है C horizon. Then D horizon undergoes the formation of C horizon. C horizon contains weathered rocks, modified rocks. इससे पहले मैंने पढ़ाया क्या, there is a weathering of rocks, physical weathering, chemical weathering and biological weathering. By all of the weathering there is the formation of weathered rocks. It contains this horizontal layer in a soil profile, contain small fragmental pieces of rocks. It takes the thousands of years to take this process deep inside the earth. Then there is a formation from this C horizon B, and then A1. This A horizon is, then sometimes A horizon is much more luminous, much more its property becomes valuable because of the O horizon. O horizon is not the derived layer of the D horizon or C horizon. It is the biotic interruption in that region. It is when organic matter of plants and animals, insects, other dead excrete of animals, their decomposition takes place. Then there is the formation of the O horizon. As we talk about the forest regions, mountain regions, grassland regions, there is the available there. This formation takes place and depends upon their biotic communities and their decomposition, rate of decomposition there. Then there is the good, there could be a good strata of the O horizon there. Then I talk about the C horizon. It is the modified layer of rocks derived by the D horizon. D horizon contains these contain the parent rocks, and these parent rocks sometimes it is also known as the bed rocks. Parent rocks here I have numbered here. These are also known as the bed rocks. Bed rocks. These bed rocks, actually these bed rocks give the formation of the small fragmented rocks, the process known as the weathering of rocks. And here is that this is deepest layer of the in a soil profile, deepest horizontal layer, D horizon. Sometimes it is also known as the in a book you can see that it is also known as the E horizon. It's called E horizon now, but you can see the E horizon here. Then E horizon contains the bed rocks. Bed rocks give the formation of small fragmented pieces. You can see the deepest layer underground of the earth. They convert slowly in this fragmental piece, and then they give the formation of the mineral derive hota hai. Further decomposition of rocks, further weathering of rocks. It takes much more hundreds, thousands of years. Then more than the thousands of years formation of the soil, powdery form, silicated clay soil, sandy soil. Then later on gives much more slow process. Therefore it is advised to people that you should have you should have focus on conservation of soil. Then this is the bed rock soil, and between the bed rock there is the deep water, underground stagnant water available in between the parent rocks. Dear students, this is all about the soil profile. That soil profile is there, different strata, there is different horizontal strata, and they keep their unique properties. They are the unique properties. And in this I have detailed information about the soil profile. I hope you understand today lecture number 2, soil profile, what actually it is, and how much time it takes place. Thank you very much.